Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for joining us for another episode of the Taboo Tater Tots Club.
Where we talk about anything that interests us, whether it be political bullshit, just generalized bullshit, or gaming bullshit. Today, we've got a wide assortment of bullshit.
Okay. That works.
But first, how are you doing today, Nick? I already know the answer to that, but I mean, let's just say publicly, how are you doing? Fair enough. But I wasn't trying to put your problems out there. Just what you want to share is what you share.
Yeah, just we didn't get to record a podcast episode last week. We did a lot with our Twitch and gaming side of things last week, and a lot of editing. Which was fun. The last episode we did was Area 51, which will go up this coming Monday.
Come. I'm so mature.
Yeah. Since then, a lot has happened in my own personal life, but let's just suffice it to say that a lot of family shit. Just a lot of family shit.
Things are pretty shit for Nick right now in the family department.
Yeah.
Is that a good way of putting it?
Yeah.
Things are pretty shit in the family department?
Yeah, just a lot of drama. Somebody in my family is pretty sick. So there's a lot to worry about there, but other than that, I finished the first Sly Cooper game, and I'm halfway through the second one, and I'm pretty happy about that because I've played the first two games, I don't know how many times. The third game I've partially finished when I had my PS3 back in the day, and I've never even touched 4. So I'm pretty excited about that.
PS3, back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah. I mean, I
don't know, I just find that super funny because PS3 came out not that long ago in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, but isn't it still considered retro because it's older than 20 years old?
It is not 20 years old.
Is it not?
No.
Because the PS4 is almost 12 years old at this point. And the PS5 is already 4 years old, isn't it?
No. And I thought I was bad with time.
I'm pretty fucking bad with time. But
I think... Okay. So Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in 2013.
Okay.
And the PS3 was considered...
I'm just going to look it up.
I think it was considered new gen.
Well, it was current gen, yeah.
For the terms of Grand Theft Auto 5.
PS3 release date, November 11th, 2006.
Okay, it's a lot older than I thought.
So that's what? 16? 20, so a little bit under 20 years old.
Yeah.
So what? 14? 15? Something like that?
I don't know, some mathematical number that I...
Let's see, 2006 minus 20, whoop, that's 22. 24, it's 18 years old. It's eligible to fuck. You can legally fuck your PS3.
Imagine how fucking painful that would be. Have you seen the insides of a console?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've showed you, huh?
That, and I've also torn apart my PS3 before, yeah.
That poor PS3.
My first backwards compatible
Did he at least consent?
Well, I mean, it was on its deathbed, so might as well have. That has really awful implications. Forget that I said that. How are you today?
I'm fucking pissed.
Yeah?
Depressed, pissed, and just overall in a general fucking bad mood.
A fucking mood.
Yeah. So starting off simple, as you know, I've been having issues with playing guitar, specifically my left hand.
That brace that I gave you didn't do anything for you?
No. And now it's gone to my right hand, and I can't cross my fingers at all. How fucking weird is that?
That is pretty weird.
And it happened over fucking night. One day I was able to play guitar, and the next it was like, hey, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
And it's infuriating because now it's like I don't know anything on the guitar now. Like, I know it up in my brain, in my head, you know. Mm-hmm. But my fingers just don't do, and it's... Fuck you! Punch the mic again. That's a common thing for these episodes, huh?
Yeah. Somebody bumps the mic at least once or twice.
Every episode, yeah.
Yeah. My only advice to you is just take like a week off of trying to play.
That's the thing. I've been going for like a week and a half now without playing. I have been to 2 different doctors, and they have told me everything seems fine. Obviously fucking not! Look, I'm fucking trying.
Have you been to the doctors around here or up in Twin?
Both.
Oh.
The first doctor I went to works at a quick care or urgent care, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Mm-hmm. I call it quick care.
Yeah.
He specializes in, get this, sports injuries.
Oh.
Everything fucking seems fine.
Well,
it just doesn't make any fucking sense. And it just happened over fucking night.
How's your grip strength? You can pick things up all right?
I mean, it's okay, but I have been dropping shit a lot more too.
I was going to say, if it really depends on what exactly they're looking at. If they're looking at your bones and your tendons and your muscles, and if it's not anything to do with that, it might be neurological.
That was something that was brought up with me, and I really do not want it to be neurological. I've got enough problems as is.
You should ask your primary doctor to refer you to a specialist.
Yeah,
or a second opinion.
I asked him to take a look at it. Mm-hmm. And he looks at it, and do you know what he said to me?
Huh?
The exact same fucking words. Everything seems fine!
Yeah.
Like, are my hands just red, or am I imagining shit?
Well, they're usually a little bit red.
But not like that.
They do seem a little bit worse than normal, yeah.
And I just don't understand. Like, how can no one know what the fuck is going on with my fucking hands?
I don't know.
Like, you know, I know to quote fucking Dust or Rust or whatever the fuck. It was Dust. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The Detroit Urban Survival Training. Basically a big fucking joke.
Okay.
He said, we'll have to expose you to him.
Okay.
He said the hands are not made for grabbing things.
Oh? What does that mean?
It means he's a fucking moron. Like, literally, if you follow his fucking training, you will get killed.
Yeah, I've never heard of this guy before.
We'll have to fucking expose you to him. It is so fucking cringy, and it's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Like, it got to the point where Jacksepticeye even did a reaction to him.
Oh?
He claims to be like a former Navy SEAL and shit. No. Huh. First of all, he's fat as fuck.
Oh?
He's about our fucking size of fat.
Yeah.
No way in hell he was in the fucking Navy SEALs. And on top of that, the fucking shit that he teaches is like from the fucking movies.
I see.
With like airsoft guns and shit.
Oh.
Which I respect, you know, the not training with real firearms and shit like that. But come on.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna teach, fucking teach the right shit. But then again, look at how our fucking school system is.
Yeah.
Pretty much anyone can become a teacher. Within a certain criteria, sure. But
Yeah.
But it's infuriating because hands, like, that just feels weird. I'm clenching my fists, and it's not as tight as it should be.
Yeah.
And then obviously the finger movement is not there. So, anyways, moving on from my personal bullshit. I'm still pissed off.
Yeah.
Recently, about a week ago now, maybe 2, a lady stabbed a kid, a 3-year-old kid.
That bitch.
Oh, you've heard?
I've seen.
Okay, so
How she was just looking at the camera as if she was in the office, just making faces like, these whiteys gonna throw me in jail.
okay, so this
God, I hate that bitch.
for real, this black bitch stabbed a mother and her 3-year-old son. The mother survived, but she killed the 3-year-old
Yeah.
because she stabbed him in the eye.
Yeah. And, he's 3 years old.
Well, the eye is like right there where the brain is too,
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to be a great, healthy place to be stabbed regardless.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're 3 or fucking 50.
Yeah.
It's not going to be great.
Yeah.
And have you seen the body cam footage of the scene?
No, I've only seen the sentencing or
The arraignment.
Arraignment, yeah.
Yeah. So this bitch was just calmly walking down the street after stabbing a kid and his mom, mind you, at a grocery store.
Mm-hmm. And her intent was to kill some whiteys.
I can neither confirm nor deny that, but probably.
Yeah.
Anyways, so she obviously gets hella fucking guns pointed at her.
Yeah.
And she's acting like nothing fucking happened.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the actual fucking stabbing scene. Oh, and get this. The kid was in the fucking car.
Oh.
She literally ran up and stabbed the kid in the car. And then stabbed the mom.
Oh.
Like, that's... Like, here's fucking stabbing a kid. That's fucked.
Yeah.
But stabbing a kid in a car? That is a whole new level of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why it's more fucked up. Because, really, it's the same fucking outcome.
Yeah.
I guess it shows that you had the intent to kill a child.
Yeah.
The motherfucking survived. Physically, I guess.
Yeah. I thought you were calling the kid a motherfucker. No, the mother fucking survived.
Yeah.
Is what you meant to say.
But the kid did not. And that must be fucking traumatic as hell. Because, like, miscarriages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're traumatic as hell.
Yeah.
But, being out of that zone of, okay, he's going to have a normal life,
Yeah.
And then some random black bitch, and that's not a racist term, that is literally what she is, some random black bitch. I didn't care to fucking learn her name.
La Shaquanda Shandinene. LaQuishanana.
How the fuck did you know that?
That's probably not actually her name.
Oh, you made that up.
Yeah. Sharkeisha.
And it just infuriates me because, like, she specifically went to kill the child. The mother was collateral damage. Shut up.
Yes.
Like, I just don't understand it. Because now that entire family is missing a child. And then, so fast forward, during her first arraignment, did you see that one?
I think that was the one that I've seen, yes. Where she's looking into the camera and she's making faces like, mm-hmm.
She was playing the psychotic break,
yeah.
fucking tactic. And she didn't say a fucking word, practically.
Yeah, she refused to say anything.
To the judge. So the judge ordered, and I quote, "Get her in here by any means necessary."
Yeah.
Which, if I had gotten that order, means shoot the bitch and bring the body in. Like, that shit is fucking... Like...
Infuriating.
Yeah, like, I joke about killing a lot. Mm-hmm. Who doesn't nowadays? Let's be real.
It's a type of coping mechanism.
Yes. But... It leaves me speechless, you know?
It really does, yeah.
Like... The 3-year-old did nothing wrong. He's fucking 3. He was in the car. He was in his seat. A car seat.
But don't you know that white child is going to grow up to be an oppressor just like the white parents?
Talk like that one more time and I will shoot you.
Fried chicken.
Watermelon.
Look, I have a partial brown card, so I can say stuff like that.
And really, I just don't give a fuck about what people have to say about me, so watermelon.
Watermelon.
Kool-Aid.
I'm sure that...
Anyways, so at the first arraignment, sorry to cut you off, but at the first arraignment, she refused to say a word, pretty much. And she was just making faces and just... overall being a cunt. Like, I wanted to reach through the fucking screen and punch her.
Yeah.
And I have never been that infuriated with someone before.
Look, really quick before anybody says anything. My outlook on race relations is the same as Chris Rock's, and I have to remember the exact timestamp of this so I can bleep this out, but I'm just going to say it. There's a difference between good African-American folk and niggas. And that was at 17, about 25 maybe. Let's just write that down straight here.
Okay.
17. There's no pencil.
Yeah, 17 what?
1725 about. So I can bleep that out.
1725.
About, yeah, somewhere around there. Just put bleep. Okay, that's good enough.
Anyways, so the judge ordered that she be brought in by any means necessary. Mm-hmm. I quote, by the way, that was the exact order. Mm-hmm. And you can find pictures of it online, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. And so they bring her in. She's handcuffed. I'm pretty sure she was shackled.
Yeah.
And they marched her up to the defense stand.
Yeah.
And she said a few words. But while they were reading off the indictment, what she's being charged with, she was just smiling away. Mm-hmm. Not a care in the fucking world. And, like, I swear to God, I almost threw the remote.
That evil white child would have killed me if I didn't kill him.
Yeah, well, it's illegal to kill the white babies, or the black babies, but we can't kill, or they can kill the white babies?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
It made sense in my head.
Okay.
And yeah, they can kill the white babies, but we can't kill the black babies. How the fuck is that fair?
I mean, there's a lot there to unpack, but it's going to take us the whole show if we do that, so...
Okay, well, my point being, if that's going to be her reasoning, it's going to fall apart immediately.
Yeah, I mean...
I will literally show up there and be like, oh, so I could have stabbed you as a fucking child, and you, or that 3-year-old that you killed, you victimized...
Look, I'm not going to say I know her intentions for sure, but I can stand to speculate that it has something to do with evil white colonizers, oppression, the progressive stack, um, black folk be pushed down by the white man. Just any and all type of social justice-y reasoning behind that. I'm sure she believes all that to a level of 25.
She, from what I understand, they're trying to play the psychotic break card.
That would be the smartest thing to do for her defense.
To claim insanity. And
yeah.
To claim
Which is horseshit on the face of it.
To claim insanity is... It almost never happens.
Yeah.
It's there for extreme cases. Mm-hmm. But it almost never happens in a court of law.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it just fucking pisses me off how she was so nonchalant about it, and then she got fucking happy about it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, you scumbag? Anyway, so I watched the body cam footage of this, and it's fucking nuts. Shout out to Law and Crime Network. They don't need our fucking bullshit shout out, but...
Yeah.
But just for... claiming sources and, giving credit to the people that I got the information from. All's fair in love and war.
If you say so.
Unless you stab a child, then I'm just going to fucking shoot you.
Can I give a hot take?
Yeah.
I don't like Law and Crime. They're a bunch of scumbags. I think they're really shitty people. Because they go out of their way to buy the body cam footage, and then anybody who used that body cam footage who has a bigger subscriber base of than maybe 5,000 subscribers, they copyright that shit to hell and back. Because they can.
Yeah, but being someone who loves to watch body cam footage, I really don't have much of a choice in that.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Not a lot of people do because they're scumbags. But anyway.
But I do know what you're talking about, and I agree with you. But regardless.
Yes. And
that's part of the reason I'm not going to include the footage.
Yeah.
Even though it's been all over the fucking media.
Yeah.
But the scene was absolute chaos. You had fucking ambulances, you had cops, you had fucking fire departments, you had people fucking trying to help, you know.
Yeah.
Like, one person, a civilian, provided CPR on the mother.
Oh.
Or maybe it was the child. Somebody got CPR by a civilian.
Yes.
Which, good on them. They're not getting any credit as far as I know.
Yeah.
But whoever it was, good on them. Truly. But the scene was absolute chaos because, and get this, they were just shopping.
Yeah. They
had a cart full of shit.
Yeah.
So, it was just truly a random
attack,
yeah. And it's infuriating because it was so chaotic and it was so bad that they had to have a cop. And I have, by this point in my life, I have seen thousands upon millions probably of body cam videos or dash cam videos. Mm-hmm. So I can say this with confidence. I have never seen a cop be told by a chief EMT to drive the fucking ambulance.
Oh.
It was that fucking bad. And it was all hands on deck in the back.
Yeah.
So the EMT was literally just like, okay, so this is what you do. This is what you do. Here's your siren box. Here's your air brake. Mm-hmm. Drive carefully. Don't crash into shit. Mm-hmm. Let's fucking go. You know, and it was really like, the video gave me goosebumps because just the scene was so fucking chaotic. Mm-hmm. Like, even watching it, it was like I was there and it was fucking chaos. But people really just come together in moments like that. Mm-hmm. And that is one of the coolest things about humans in general. Yeah. It don't matter if you're... There was like 3 black dudes, like big like muscle builder black dude types trying to help this mom and kid.
No, from what I've heard, and I've seen a lawyer on YouTube react to the whole situation, and this was like the day of.
Are you talking about Legal Eagle by chance?
No, it's a different guy. But
just curious.
Basically, they were saying that they found stuff on this woman's phone, leading them to suspect that this was racially motivated. And if that is true, if they can prove that in a court of law, I hope this woman gets hate crime charges. I hope she gets aggravated hate crime charges and that she stays in prison for the majority of her life. Like, I would give her the possibility of parole, but not until she's like 60.
I do know that the prosecution is looking at going forward the death penalty.
Where was this? What state was this in?
I
don't remember.
I don't either, but I do know that it was a fucking crazy ass fucking scene, and it was infuriating and gleeing. That's not a word.
Wait, infuriating and what?
Infuriating and happy, I guess.
Okay.
Infuriating. Okay, prideful. That's the word I want. Infuriating because a lady randomly stabbed a mother and her child.
Ohio. And
yeah, that's right.
Bail has been set for $5 million.
Yeah. That was a fucking mind blow right there. But yeah, from what I understand, they're going to be pushing for the death penalty.
It says, her name is Bianca Ellis. She's 32 and she's from Cleveland.
Of course she's from Cleveland.
It took 3 attempts and nearly an hour to complete her arraignment.
Yeah.
Giant Eagle grocery store on June 3rd.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I heard about this. Okay, it wasn't the day of. So this would have been... I think I first heard about this shortly after last we spoke. So this past...
it's
at least 4 or 5 days.
It's pretty recently happening.
Yeah.
And there is a GoFundMe to help, with the recovery and everything like that for the mother, and to help pay funeral costs for the young little boy. Can we put GoFundMe links in the description?
I'm pretty sure we could.
Okay. Let's get that GoFundMe.
Yeah, let's actually put this episode up before the Area 51, if we're going to do that.
Yeah.
So this will be coming
because
up this month.
I see this as a chance to do a little bit of good. Even if just one person donates.
Yeah.
Like, I'll even fucking donate myself. Well, I'm not going to donate myself, like my person, but give money. That was a fucking stupid.
Yeah, apparently the parents don't want, which... Can I just say that victims of... Not even victims, but like the family of victims of
they
awful,
would still
horrendous,
be considered victims in this case.
Family members of people who have gone through this and everything that don't want the death penalty, that want those types of people to get help and not be punished and can find and I hate to put religion into this, but oftentimes they say stuff like, if not for God's grace, I would want you to burn to rot in a cell or to be hung or whatever. Like, people who don't seek out revenge in cases like this, they are so incredibly strong. I think if somebody were to murder a child of mine, I would want to see the life drained out of their face by my own hand.
Yeah, I don't think I would have the strength to be like, no, make him suffer.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have the strength for that.
Which the parents in this case do not want this woman to have the death penalty.
Really?
Really. They have petitioned the court saying that if the prosecutors, if that's what they want, then that's what they want. But we are not looking for any such kind of retribution.
Yeah, and typically how it works in this cases like this is the prosecutors, the lead prosecutor, and a assistant prosecutor will sit down with the family, and they'll be like, okay, so this is where we're at. Mm-hmm. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to try to do. But there's some decisions that need to be made on your behalf, on your part. Mm-hmm. One of those being, do you want the death penalty or not? Mm-hmm. Do you want us to proceed the death penalty? You know, shit like that.
They usually do it on the behest of the survivors.
Yeah. And I am thoroughly shocked, though, that they don't want the death penalty.
Yeah.
Like, a part of the body cam that I watched, the dad came running up, screaming and yelling at cops. Mm-hmm. And, which his son and wife got stabbed. Like, I can completely fucking understand that.
Yeah.
And, he's screaming and yelling, and he's like, that's my wife, that's my son, you know, are they okay? Mm-hmm. And the cop didn't know anything. Mm-hmm. Or he wasn't able to give anything. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But the cop immediately started, because the ambulance was already pulling away. Mm-hmm. And they're not going to fucking stop.
Yeah.
In a case like that. Mm-hmm. So one cop runs and makes sure his truck is locked.
Yeah.
While another cop is following the ambulance with the guy in the passenger seat sobbing. Mm-hmm. So I just can't see how I mean, good on them, truly. Mm-hmm. But I personally cannot see how the dad would want to go for no death penalty. And I can't see how the mom would want to not go for death penalty either. Because, one, she was there. Mm-hmm. So, PTSD, survivor's guilt. Mm-hmm. Oh, God, the survivor's guilt is going to be...
Yeah.
That alone is going to be atrocious. But the survivor's guilt and just the general stress and anxiety of it all. And then, on top of that, being a victim herself. Mm-hmm. Like, I would be out for fucking blood. If someone I cared about were to get hurt, their blood would be on my hands. 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I don't care what happens to me after the fact.
Yeah, no,
Man, this is a heavy fucking subject.
Look, again, you don't have to be religious to be this graceful, but I am just saying that, you know, despite everything that my dad did, and I'm not equating that to murdering a child, but I'm just saying, considering everything that my dad did to my mom and myself and our family, I still didn't want him to die the way that he did. I still didn't want him to be alone in a care facility and starve himself to death. I still didn't want him to suffer.
I told my dad I hope he gets cancer and can't afford chemo.
Right.
I wish death upon him, and a slow, painful one at that.
Yeah, but you're just an angry person in general.
Fuck you!
But I'm just saying that, you know, some people are more graceful than others naturally, and some people find that sort of grace through Christ, and some people just are angry, and any of those options are valid.
Yeah.
Any of those types of feeling, however you feel at that kind of a thing is valid. Everybody processes grief and emotion differently, and however this situation makes you feel is how it makes you feel, and I judge thee not.
Okay, but it's infuriating, right?
It is.
Can we agree on that?
Is, yes.
Okay. Anyways, I want to touch on your angry person comment a little bit.
Okay.
If it weren't for us angry people, you would be a slave right now.
Well, yeah, it takes all kinds.
You know, like, you can sit here all you want and say, oh, angry people are...
Like, look, I'm not judging you. I'm just
I know,
stating the fact. You're an
just,
angry person.
I'm just saying, you know, like... Angry people are the ones that get their hands dirty.
I understand that.
You know, like, I would describe you as a goody two-shoes with a wild side. Okay, maybe mismatched shoes with one wild side.
So, in other words, I would interpret that, in my own words, as I try my best to be a Christian, but sometimes I cannot be a good Christian because I do get angry sometimes. It takes a lot for me to be angry.
It does.
But I do get angry sometimes.
Yeah, that is essentially what I'm trying to say.
I think it's funny that in the 3 years of me and my wife being together, a little bit over 3 years, she's only ever seen me truly angry once.
Really?
And it scared the shit out of her, yeah. She thought that I was going to hurt her because of the kinds of people that she's been around in the past. And I'm like, look, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to touch you, but I'm so fucking pissed. Like, don't worry about me. I'm not going to hurt you. Just shut the fuck up. I need to be away from you for a minute, okay?
Yeah, let me cool down. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
But, like, I can't see you ever laying hands on your wife in anger.
No.
I can't.
No,
and
never.
if I found out that you did, well, we both know what would happen. We all do.
I've told the story before. I have laid hands on my ex-wife, but only because she laid hands on me 4 different times and I did nothing about it.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty sure that was in a podcast episode.
I think that was, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, angry people. We are what makes the world go round. We are the ones that get our hands dirty and fuck shit up. And I am proud to be an angry person. Or at least I know I have cheese.
Look, it's not that you're an angry person, because I would describe an angry person as someone who can't control their anger. You can control your anger.
The fuck you say to me?
No, like, you know, because there's an old saying that, like, a peaceful man is a man who knows how to control his anger, because a harmless man is worthless.
Wait, so I'm harmless?
No, you're a peaceful man. You don't get angry
easy.
Well, okay, you get angry a little bit easily, but you know how to control it. You know how to cool off. You know how to keep it under control.
Okay, so for me, there are different levels of angry.
Yeah.
Like, there's the general, like, oh, I'm annoyed. Mm-hmm. You know. Okay, I'm pretty upset now.
Yeah.
Then you're starting to push my buttons, and then eventually you'll get to, like, Hulk rage mode times 9,000.
Yeah. See, with my anger,
one time I got so mad. You know the drawer of the car on the passenger side?
The glove box?
No, that's... Oh, wait, that is the glove box.
Mm-hmm.
What's the thing in the middle called then?
A console?
The center console. Yeah, yeah. the glove box.
Yeah.
I would love to see you try and subtitle that, by the way.
Okay.
Anyways, I broke one of those.
Very nice.
And I was a teenager. And I don't even remember what pissed me off. But I was very short-fused back then.
Yeah.
Nowhere near where I am now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
And I punched it. And my fist went through the glove box. And I hit the dashboard.
Whoa. Interesting. Was it a mid-2000s Dodge?
No.
Because those are notorious for having really shitty dashboards.
No, I think it was a Chevy something. It was a sedan. That doesn't help much, I know, but I didn't fucking pay attention to that shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on to less heavy subjects.
Yes.
Again, and I want to end this subject by saying the link to the not the Patreon, the GoFundMe will be both in the description and the comment section.
Okay.
So
I can make that happen.
Not a tall order at all.
No. I'm sure I can find it. I'm sure it'll be on like the front page, if not like one of the top 10 whatever on the main Patreon or the main GoFundMe page. Yeah. I did that too. You made me do that.
So, moving on from the less heavy subjects, and then we're going to end with a heavy subject.
Oh boy.
Heavy-ish. It has a happy ending.
Okay.
I will say that. Black Ops 6 is coming out. The trailer released. And I personally haven't seen it. You've seen 30 seconds, give or take?
I've seen the very first launch trailer, which is only about 20 to 30 seconds long.
So
I don't know if there's another trailer besides that one.
We are going to go and do a quick summary of the Black Ops storyline with Mason, Reznov, Woods, and Hudson. Beyond that, we're not going to really touch on it.
Ooh, there's a gameplay trailer.
You want to react to that?
Yeah, we can react to that.
Okay.
Because really, the launch trailer, which is, it looks like that's the only other trailer that's available. It has Bill Clinton, George H.W. Bush, Fidel Castro, and one other person. I don't remember who else. It might have been Saddam Hussein. They're all just talking about how history is told by the victors, basically.
Yeah.
That's basically all it is. And then it has like the logo at the very end of it.
Speaking of Victor Reznov.
Okay.
Okay, that didn't really translate across the way I wanted it to.
Look, the only Black Ops games, the stories that I've played is 1 and Cold War.
Okay, well then we're going to touch on a little bit of everything. Mainly just the key points of this and points that I wasn't too tired to write down.
Okay.
Because there's a lot to go through. And again, this is the first, second, and Cold War, I believe.
Okay. Was there a story to 3? Because I know there wasn't for 4.
There was a story in 3, yes.
Okay.
But this is, like I said earlier, the OG gang, you know, Mason, Woods, Hudson, Reznov, Kravchenko, Dragovich. Ringing bells?
Yes. It's been so long since I played the first game.
I know. Actually, I think I have a copy around here.
I actually have a digital copy on my 360, and the only reason why I have that is because I bought my 360 at a yard sale, and I'm like, ooh, that's the only game. Well, I think there's like 2 or 3 games on it, actually. I'm like, I'm just going to keep that old profile on there so I can play it sometime, and I haven't yet, so.
Maybe that's something we can do.
Yeah.
That'd be actually really cool. Go through the nostalgic.
Yeah, I know it's Black Ops 1 and the Walking Dead Telltale games.
Oh, yeah.
The first 2. And I think there's one other game on that console.
Okay, so anyways, Mason got captured and sent to a Russian gulag known as Vorkuta.
When was this?
First game.
Yes, but when was this?
Cold War era?
Cold War era?
Yeah.
Not Vietnam? I thought it was a set place in Vietnam.
No, Vietnam won't be correct then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember a few missions being in Vietnam, now that you mention it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there was one map specifically called Hanoi. I remember that.
Yeah, I think my notes might be all out of order. No, my notes are in order, it looks like. So, Mason is captured in Nam and sent to Vokuda, which is a Russian gulag, a prison of hell. Sent there by the Russians and Fidel Castro, I think it was. They in the mission, you shoot a guy and he dies, but it wasn't really the guy, it was a body double.
Okay.
So Mason gets captured, he's sent to Vokuda, where he meets Viktor Reznov, who is a Russian defector. Do you know what a defector is?
Yeah.
Okay.
He came to the United States or elsewhere for like political asylum, and it's like, hey, I will give you secrets in exchange for intel or what have you.
From what I understand, he just didn't agree with the Russian ideology anymore. Even though we'll get into that.
Okay.
So
Asylum, that was the word that I was looking for.
Frank Woods and Bowman, I don't have a first name for Bowman, got captured in Vietnam, where Bowman was killed during a game of Russian roulette.
Huh?
Which is it just considered roulette if it's orchestrated by a Russian?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not Russian.
Should be. That'd be cool. During the escape, Kravchenko is killed by a frag grenade. Woods is expected to be dead as well. Because Woods pushed Kravchenko, one of the main bad guys, out the window, or out of a window, sorry. And because he had pulled the bandolier release, I guess, on the grenades, which pulls all the pins out.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. And so they go out the window, and then a few seconds later, there's an explosion. Woods is assumed killed. From there, my notes aren't making any sense now.
You can't read your own handwriting?
No, I wrote things down out of order.
Oh.
How the fuck did I manage that?
I don't know.
Okay, long story short, Mason goes and escapes Vokuda with Reznov's help. Reznov, later we find out, is killed during the escape. But during his time at Vokuda, the main Russian bad guys used a scientific thing to insert numbers. I gotta fucking stop doing that. To insert numbers and shit into his head. So then that's where the CIA comes into play. They interrogate Mason, one of their own, to try and...
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
That is exactly it. What are the numbers, Mason? What do they mean?
Yes.
That probably wasn't even close to him.
Probably not. No.
And eventually they end up locating the ship where the numbers are being broadcasted, and it's a Russian sleeper cell organization. They're gonna release a bunch of fucking gas all over the world. And you kill all the people, you sink the ship, game over. You know.
I slightly remember all of that. It's a little foggy. Really, the only part of the whole game that I remember clearly is, of course, the numbers.
Yeah.
And a specific mission where you have to rush a bunker, and then inside of a cave, there's like a shit fuck ton of TNT. I remember that pretty clearly.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I know exactly which one you're talking about too.
Yeah. I remember that one specifically because that was the hardest mission, and I had to redo it at least 20 times.
Yeah. So moving on to the second game, the real talking points here are Alex Mason has a son named David Mason. Mm-hmm. And Alex is retired from the military. I just realized something. Mm. I'll let you think about what I realized, and I'll tell you after the recording.
Okay.
Oh, somebody died. I hear an ambulance.
Wee woo, wee woo.
Anyways, back to us not being dead. So Woods gets captured, and the CIA won't go after him, even though the CIA is the one who sent him there in the first place. Pretty fucking shit thing to do, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's essentially just a suicide mission with extra steps. Mm-hmm. So Hudson comes to Wood or to Mason, and he's like, "Hey, some fucked up shit is happening. Do you want to go rescue him? We'll go together." He ponders on it for a moment, and his son is like, "But you promised you wouldn't." And Alex is like, "It's Uncle Woods. He would do the same for me." Mm-hmm. And that's that.
No. Okay.
So they're on a boat in Nam, and
are there hoes on this boat?
No, but there are rifles.
Okay.
So, they're on a boat with rifles and machine guns and stuff like that. And the Viet Cong and the Russians are not very happy that they're there.
I would assume not.
So they get to shore, and miraculously they forgot that you're there or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Or I might be remembering shit a little wonky. Because now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds a little wonky. But it's all there. You can unscramble it as you wish. Mm-hmm. You know. So they go, they save Woods, who's in a shipping container. Yeah, no. They came in by helicopter. And then the boat is what had the shipping container that Woods was in. Mm-hmm. So they rescue Woods, and they go on doing their wet work bullshit. And during one mission in Cuba, I believe it was,
Cuba,
Woods shoots Mason with a 50 cal.
Oh.
The main character of the first Black Ops, mm-hmm. and the semi-main character of the second Black Ops. Mm-hmm. So, but there's two hidden paths, or one hidden path, I guess, that you can take. So, Woods doesn't know it's Mason until after the shot. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you take a headshot, obviously dead. Mm-hmm. But if you shoot him in like the limbs or something, not dead. And he shows up at the end of the game.
Huh?
Yeah. So it's a happy ending. So, after all that, David Mason, Alex Mason's son. Someone here?
Continue.
Pause.
Okay.
Okay, and we're back. Where the fuck were we?
I think you're going to start explaining 3.
Oh, so David Mason joins up with the military. David being Alex Mason's son.
Yes.
To follow in his dad's and uncle's footsteps. He joins Special Operations, and they go and do shit. I think there was a dog in that game. I don't remember. But I know there was a dog in one of the Call of Duty games, and it was cute. And its name was... What?
Ghosts.
And its name was Riley.
I know Ghosts had a dog companion
But
that you could order around.
Yeah. That's my conniption. That's not the word.
Do you know anything about Cold War?
I wrote some shit down about Cold War, but...
Because all I remember about Cold War is there was a foreign despot that you had to track down, and you tracked him down to an airfield, and he was getting ready to take off, and there was a whole mission where you had to shoot dudes on a plane that was trying to take off on a Humvee or whatever, and then later you were, I think it was Krezhnov, that you actually played, and you were...
You mean Reznov?
Reznov, yes, that you actually played as, and you were in the Kremlin, in the heart of darkness, and you had to be yes, hello, I am an ordinary Russian comrade, how are you? I am not working for American government. What do you mean? And you actually have to,
The only note I have on Cold War is a nuclear warhead being secured in Vietnam.
Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot of that game.
That's literally the only note I have on Cold War, so...
Okay. Well, there have only been 2 different video games that I have ever pre-ordered in my life, because pre-ordering usually is a scam.
Yeah.
And that is Batman Arkham City and Cold War.
Why am I not shocked about the first one?
But I pre-ordered Cold War, so I got to play it day one, and that is really fucking sad, isn't it?
What?
So when my uncle passed away, he had this gigantic beer bottle shaped piggy bank that was just filled with coins.
Yeah.
And I cashed it out, and it was $125, and I used $70 of that money to buy Cold War, pre-order it, which is kind of sad. But anyway,
Gamers for life.
Yay! Yeah, there was a bug where they patched it, and it accidentally wiped everybody's data. That was the 3rd day it was out. So everybody on Xbox One and PS4 that pre-ordered it and played it, any progress, even online, zombies, the campaign, all of it, all of your data was wiped, and you had to start over. Which, it was only 3 days progress, but still pissed me off.
Yeah. Because, by that point, if you really grinded it, you could be a level 100,000.
In 3 days? Probably, if you're a
hacker.
Yeah.
But,
all that progress that I didn't work so hard on.
But, yeah. So, Black Ops 6 is coming out. What are your thoughts on that? Before we get into it.
So, my favorite time period of all history, which I'm not a huge history buff. I was definitely a bigger history nerd in high school. But my favorite time period in history is Cold War era stuff, between Reagan and H.R.W. Bush. So basically, the Iran-Contra stuff, the what do you call it? The terrorist attack on our embassy in Afghanistan, I believe it was, with the boat, the big giant fuck off boat. I don't remember, but that time period. is my favorite period in history because we were right in that sweet spot of, the technology that's on our phone. Less than that took us to the moon. It was basically like 6 Super Nintendos slapped together. Took us to the moon.
I have never heard it described like that.
6 Super Nintendos and an N64 slapped together, and that's what took us to the moon.
Dude, the N64 was a fucking tank, though.
For the time period, it was.
Like, it was a beast. And not just, like, from the damage it could take, either. It was a legitimate good console. It was fucking tough all around.
Mm-hmm. Despite what anybody might think about Reagan, I know Reagan is a very, very decisive president.
And that's why he was featured in Black Ops, the original one.
Yeah. Cold War was like the first Call of Duty game to use some kind of specific game engine that's like super duper high tech.
Yeah.
And even though the Xbox One isn't capable of that kind of stuff, it's still shown through the backwards compatibility because they mainly wanted it for PS5 and Xbox Series X. So it's like, it's backwards compatible for Xbox One. It'll have lesser graphics. But even though it had lesser graphics,
it's still a gorgeous game.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. It really is. When they first introduced Reagan, because in the scene, there's the guy with the messed up lip and the glasses or whatever, and like a couple other staffers, chief staffers, whatever, in the Oval Office. It wasn't the Oval Office. I don't remember what room it was, but it had Reagan in shadow. You could definitely tell it was Reagan because he had like American flags on his cuffs, and he's just like, while the other people are talking, you could tell it was Reagan, and then they're like, Mr. President, what do you think? And he like leans in and you could see the shadow part, and it's just, you could see the individual pores and the little pock marks on his face, and he was just... Look, I'm not saying that I'm horny for President Reagan, but that man is fucking beautiful in that game. And he just goes, gentlemen.
Have you ever had video game character crushes?
Oh, the female MI6 character in that specific game. I still think she's fucking hot.
In Cold War?
In Cold War, yeah. The female MI6 agent or whatever the fuck. Like the British FBI.
Actually, it's the British CIA.
British CIA, whatever. One of those alphabet boys. Yeah, that agent.
Wait, so she secretly has a dick?
No.
Alphabet boy?
Alphabet boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, not boys and girls.
Okay.
You fucking exclusive piece of shit.
In Cold War, Black Ops Cold War, yes. What is her actual name? Helen Park, yes. Helen Park is hot. I like her. She is a good character. I want to do things to her. I'm trying to bring this up so I can... Yeah. There's... Maybe if I flip the phone this way, it'll... On her face, yes. I mean, not on her face, but... I mean, yeah, on her face, probably too. I think she's hot.
I think she's not.
Okay.
Lose the beanie and we'll talk.
I think exclusively with the beanie. Like, the beanie stays on during sex, honey, sorry.
That is the... I quit.
Yes, MI6. Yeah, she was an MI6 agent. It was part of that team in Cold War.
I used to call them Mix.
Mix?
Yeah.
Like M-I-X?
No. MI6.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were we talking about something specific?
We were talking about Call of Duty and then girlfriends.
Girlfriends?
That's not the word.
Female protagonists?
Video game crushes, that's what it was.
You want to talk about video game crushes? Holy shit. Fucking Carmelita Fox from Sly Cooper? Damn. I'm not a furry, but like, that fox can get it.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
Human video game crushes? I never really had a whole lot. Like, just crushes from video games in general. But
when I was like way younger, like fucking 12 or something like that. Maybe 13.
Mm-hmm. What a topic switch, by the way.
Yeah, and then we're going to switch back anyways. But hey, that's what people come to expect from this show.
Yeah.
But when I was like really young, I had a crush on Princess Peach.
Really?
And I have never admitted that to anyone.
Interesting.
And now it's there on the World Wide Web.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people who share your interests.
Oh, no, I've since grown out of that.
Well, yeah.
But, you know, like, back in the fucking day, you know. Back in my day, I had a...
Yeah, like, I always thought that Carmelita Fox from Sly Cooper was cute, but I never really had a crush on her. I never was like, oh, if she was real, I'd date her. Like, nah. Like, that's... I never really felt that way with, like, any video game character, really. But Black Widow from Ultimate Alliance 2 was pretty fucking hot.
Black Widow is the redhead, right?
Yeah.
Then, yeah, she's hot in general.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would smash.
Okay. No,
With a
she would
hammer.
smash you.
No, her name is Black Widow, so I would have to stomp on her.
Okay. I don't think she's into that. But what other topics do you want to talk about? Let's not do this any more than we have to.
We didn't have to do any of it.
I guess.
Do you want to move over to the reaction stuff?
Reaction stuff? Oh, yeah.
Because, as I said before we started recording, do you want to react to the Black Ops 6 trailer? And then I have something I want you to react to.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's pull that up. No, let's not Black Ops 6. Did you want to do the gameplay trailer?
Yeah.
HD. Yo, this thing is capable of 4K. Let's fucking try that. Okay.
Good evening. The Soviet Union is no more. Despite a potential for instability and chaos, these events clearly serve our national interest. Free from the specter
Freedom boner!
Today we celebrate the mystery of American renewal.
Something's going on. Something big. I figured if I stuck around hell long enough, I'd see the devil.
How's he look?
I'm right here. I'm the devil.
The agency is compromised. We're being hunted from the inside.
You don't have to trust me, Marshal. But it might be better if you do. Hey! Something you should see.
What the
What?
Don't trust anyone.
Gotta have a Black Hawk with a minigun in every fucking COD.
Yeah.
I swear.
You broke into a CIA blog site. Are you out of your mind?
Things got complicated.
I'd say so. Yeet. Dude, I want it.
God continue
That looks fucking sick.
the United States of America.
Pre-order the Vault Edition and get the Hunters vs. Hunted Opera.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that looks gorgeous.
That looks fucking awesome, dude. It's not gonna be that good in person, but you know.
Probably not.
But yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
I like the explosions.
Looks pretty good.
Hang on, guys. I think I gotta reboot Nick. Shutting down.
Restarting.
Rebooting. We'll play some relaxing music while you wait.
What else you got?
So, little background on the video
Oh,
that I was telling you about.
okay.
This happened in Bingham County, Idaho,
Okay.
which specifically stood out to me. An 85-year-old woman got shot
Okay.
in her home and then handcuffed to a chair.
Oh.
Or a stool, I guess, but
She got shot then handcuffed?
yeah.
Oh.
Or maybe she was already handcuffed to the stool. I don't fucking remember. Point is, the robber picked the wrong house to fucking rob. First of all, the only occupants of the house, as far as I know, were a handicapped male, which was her son.
Mm-hmm.
A mentally handicapped male, mind you. And a elderly female, 85 years old. To a robber, that's an easy fucking target, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would think. Granny was fucking packing.
Oh.
And Granny ran a gun shop.
Oh.
And she had some type of I think she was a coach or something for the Olympic shooting team.
Well,
So
motherfucker picked the wrong house.
for real. So when he came up from the basement after looting through all the gun safes and everything like that, she had dragged the chair into her bedroom where she kept a .357 SIG, a revolver.
Oh.
And he shot a total of 10 times with a semi-automatic revolver. Or semi-automatic pistol.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not sure. She shot once or twice.
Oh.
She lived. Motherfucker died on the kitchen floor.
Nice.
And then this happened at like 2:30 in the morning. She didn't get help until her son woke up. Because, of course, he slept through all this somehow.
Mhm.
And, which we don't know what his handicap is, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Even though, 2 fucking guns going off repetitively. That's going to be really damn loud in those closed spaces. So, then, son gets up, they call 911, and the lady's like, I need help. Okay, ma'am, what seems to be the problem? Well, I've been shot.
And there's a dead man on my floor.
Okay, and how many times have you been shot? 3. She was hit 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
1 in the gut,
Oh.
which is a bad place to be shot.
Yeah.
And she survived from 2:30 to about 8 o'clock. That's like 6 hours, 5.5 hours,
Yeah.
give or take.
Yeah.
How the fuck did this old lady live through that?
Don't know.
She's still alive today,
Mhm.
thankfully. Like I said, there's a happy ending to this. She's still alive. She survived. But my theory is the two of the shots that she took were either Grace's or they went through and through.
Oh.
The one in the gut is what would really concern me.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the way she was laying was applying pressure and slowing the blood flow. Mm-hmm. Just enough. But nobody really knows. But when the cops showed up to secure the scene, because obviously somebody got shot, cops got to get there first before EMTs can come in.
Yeah.
She was still handcuffed to the stool.
Oh.
Yeah. They literally had to uncuff her before they took her to the hospital. And they debated for a second on whether or not they were going to take the chair with them.
Oh.
Because they didn't know if she had enough time for them to fucking wrestle the handcuff off.
Oh. What, how many times did the robber get shot?
3, I think.
Do you think she was just blindly firing, or do you think she actually aimed?
I mean, I think she aimed because he wasn't expecting this little old lady, mind you, to have a gun. Especially after he handcuffed her to a stool.
Do I need to tap the flag? Stay strapped or get your ass clapped? Granny stayed strapped.
Sure, it wasn't with her when this all went down.
Uh-huh.
But that's, it was fucking the middle of the fucking night,
Yeah.
And she was asleep in her chair, minding her own business, being what grannies do.
She's probably crocheting or something, yeah.
Yeah. And then he comes in and just starts pistol whipping her.
Oh.
Like, how big of a piece of shit do you gotta be?
Yeah.
Welcome to this week's episode of World's Top Pieces of Shittery. We have Black Bitch number 1 and White Douche number 2.
Okay.
One is dead. Find out next time on something that has a name on it.
Okay.
But yeah, like, it was... And again, he thought he had an easy fucking target.
Yeah.
She shot this revolver, a .357, which is more powerful than a 9mm.
Mm-hmm. And how old was she?
85.
And her wrist didn't fly in.
She shot it one-handed.
Jeez.
Because her other hand
Well, yeah.
was handcuffed.
Yeah.
How fucking nuts is that?
Yeah.
And really, it just kind of goes to show, first of all, don't fuck with Granny.
Yeah.
No matter how fucking easy you think it would be.
Yeah.
But second of all, stay strapped or get your ass clapped.
Yes.
And
Yes.
finally, if you meet someone born and raised in Idaho, don't fucking piss us off.
Yeah.
Like, that's the moral of the story here. Because this happened again in Bingham County, Idaho.
Bingham.
Bingham.
I knew a couple of Binghams growing up. They were all asshats.
I knew a couple of Spicks growing up.
24 minutes and almost 30 minutes into the second clip. I have to clip that out.
Why do you have to clip that out?
Oh no, I think I've said that word on this podcast.
You have.
Before. I have, yeah. Yeah, but I have the Spic card.
Yeah.
I have a lot of cards. I have the S card. I have the brown card. I have
What the fuck is the S card?
Spic. We just went over this, Morgan.
I thought Spic and brown card would be the same thing.
Well, no, because brown covers all brown slurs. Spic is just Spic.
Isn't it taken from the word Hispanic?
Probably. I don't think I've ever thought about that.
The places my fucking brain goes.
Yeah. I mean, there's also wetback and beaner, border hopper.
Okay, I've used the term beaner before.
Yeah.
Not as a slur, but as like a stop being a beaner, you fucking piece of shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
See, you can't say those things, but I can.
Says
see,
who?
Says me, asshole.
Okay, and what are you gonna do about it?
Cry.
I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want. And I'm not racist, and here's why. I hate you for being you.
Okay.
I don't hate you because of the color of your skin.
Okay.
The color of your skin just makes hating you a plus.
You know what pissed me off recently?
I was joking, by the way.
I know.
I know you know, but
Yeah.
for the listeners at home, and
So my wife doesn't get to see a lot of her siblings very often for reasons that I won't go into, but she got to see her brother and little sister, and they're all white. They're like not quite ginger like you, but they're like pretty damn fucking white. Like you can't see their eyebrows in the sun kind of white. And her little sister, who has a little bit darker colored hair, apparently she gets outside so often that she's like at least 1, maybe 2 shades darker than me. And I don't appreciate that.
I'm about to beat a Mexican white child.
Okay.
That sounds like it could be a cake.
Mexican white child?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it not?
No.
Okay, maybe I just want cake.
Okay.
I'm a fat
Well,
ass.
do you have any other topics before we head out?
As you know, I like to try and end on a happy-ish note.
Well, if you have only your ending bit, let me get into a real quick bit that I've been wanting to do for a while.
Okay.
I want to read a couple of 4chan green text posts for you.
I've been wondering when we were going to do that. I just thought you wanted to make your own video out of it, or an entire video out of it.
Yeah, not really. There's one in specific that I want to read to you, and I'll tell you which one it is. But since we're talking about Call of Duty, so this one says, "Be me working at GameStop. A parent asks for a game called COD. Tell her there's no game called COD, but her son probably meant Rapala Pro Bass Fishing. There are lots of fish in that game, and that's the closest that we have. We have literal tons of copies in the back. We have a deal on it. If you buy 2 copies, you get 1 free, just because we have so fucking many. She buys 3 brand new copies of this game. She comes back after Christmas. All 3 copies have been opened. No refund because you opened them. A kid out there somewhere received 3 copies of a fucking fishing game for Christmas." Can you imagine that? Like,
What the fuck is COD?
right? Just, oh boy, I get the new COD for Christmas. What the fuck is this?
You know, that
I
would make
be
a really
pissed.
that would make a really neat animation.
Yeah, that would. Which, by the way, those have been actually popping off lately on TikTok, because these little click and drag, little bouncing up, little stick, almost stick figure animation versions of these types of green text stories.
So, something we should look into?
Perhaps. Boss called a big meeting. Starts yelling at everybody. Don't care, so let my mind wander. Suddenly remembered something funny. Can't control my laugh and start choking up, which I've done before.
At the internet company.
Yeah. Bury my face in my hands because I don't want everyone to know I'm laughing. Suddenly everything goes quiet and coworkers start yelling at the boss for making me cry. Boss ends up getting written up for berating me. Suddenly coworkers are way more social with me. I don't think I'm going to correct them because I wouldn't even know how to start explaining.
Just claim to be bipolar. That's my advice for you. Probably not good advice, but it's advice.
Yeah. Be me. I'm 12. Going to the store with my dad. Just before big hurricane. Takes last bread loaf. Some lady snatches it from his cart. He tears it back. But we need it more. It was in my cart. Just go to a different store. Big fucking deal. No! She takes it, starts running. My 12-year-old ass thinks it would be funny if I threw a can of beans at her. Hits her in the head. She's out cold. Dad looks at me. I swear to God, I did not mean to knock her out. He laughs and we pick up the loaf. We leave, make a sandwich with that bread. Fucking lol. Have you ever seen that little
No.
like deep fake thing where
No.
it's Donald Trump and he's like, oh yeah, these looters are in the street. They're in the street and they're picking up bricks and they're trying to huck them, but you can't huck them because the brick's too big. But a can of soup, you can get some power behind a can of soup. And then it looks like somebody hucks a can of soup at him from the audience and he just falls over. Okay. Autistic mistakes.
Oh no.
B15, go to farm after school groups field trip. Want to be funny. Go to farmer. You have a nice dick. My face when I meant to say cock. My face when I realized he grew vegetables. My face when I'm probably retarded. And then somebody comments, this thread is a good thread. We'll do just one more, and this is the one that that makes me fucking laugh even thinking about it. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately. It says, B15, grandfather has dementia. He thinks there's a crocodile in his living room. Shit. He sits on the other side of the room with a loaded shotgun. Keeps the door to the kitchen open. Always shouts at you if you close it. Weird because I always got told to close it before. Grandfather fucking hates crocodile. Gets worse every day. He hates it in his house because of crocodile. Eventually parents move him to hospital. He's happy. I go to visit him. He's happy because there's no crocodile. He calls me over to him one day to talk to him. I go to him and we're discussing the crocodile. He starts laughing. This is what he tells me. It's great. I love it here. I didn't even tell the crocodile where I was going. This is what I tell him. Yeah, but I did. He jumps out of bed looking for his gun. Dies of a heart attack later that day. I think I killed my grandfather.
That reminds me of the last thing I said to my grandfather before he died.
Yeah?
Hurry up and kick dirt.
Kick dirt.
Yeah.
So that's our little 4chan segment. So go ahead and tell whatever you were going to say at the very
Okay,
last.
so I want to start by saying the statute of limitations have run out
Oh my god.
on this.
Okay.
Like 10 times over, probably.
Mhm.
Not to mention I was 5 years old.
Oh boy. Okay.
So, you know, I'm safe to tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up, we had an elderly couple as our neighbors. Super nice. Like the grandma, I don't know why I called her grandma, but the old lady, she always brought me cookies and shit.
Uh-huh.
Like, literally just sitting on the couch and there's a knock at the door, I'll run and be like, Cookie!
Yeah.
And I called her Cookie.
Oh.
Because that wasn't her name, but that's what she was to me. Cookie!
You know what's kind of funny though?
What?
The cuque, which kind of sounds like cookie, is in Spanish is Naomi. And I have an aunt, cousin Naomi, and we always used to call her Cookie.
I had an aunt, Naomi.
Yeah.
She killed herself. Anyways, Cookie.
Uh-huh.
So, Cookie said that she was going to bring over some cookies later this day. And I was like, but I want Cookie now. You know? So, my fucking dumbass climbs over the fence. Wait, no. I went and knocked on the door first. And no one answered. So, I was like, okay, I'll go get Cookie for myself. So, I climbed the back fence and crawled into their house through the back fucking door.
Oh.
Like the doggy door.
Uh-huh.
And started crawling around. And I crawled in the kitchen and started snooping around. Looking for fucking cookies. Like, they gotta be here somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
And then I crawled out. And keep in mind I was crawling because I didn't want to get caught. And the old man was right there sleeping in his recliner. So I crawled by him. Oop. And I came to this like hallway threshold thing. I found Cookie.
Okay.
Not the food. The person. She wasn't a person anymore.
What? What do you mean by that?
She wasn't a person anymore.
Was she dead?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought I killed her, so I fucking crawled out of there as fast as I could.
That must have been fucking traumatizing.
Why do you think I'm the way I am?
I see. I was gonna say, this reminds me of a story.
But rest in peace, Cookie. You made delicious cookies.
But yeah, that's horrifying.
Do you think the cookies came from her?
She made them?
I don't know. All I know is I never got a cookie after that.
Oh, I don't know.
And I'm still upset about that.
Okay.
I might have some unresolved issues.
Probably.
And it's even funnier now that I think about it because Cookie is a stripper type name.
I mean, it is kind of an old-timey slang for pussy.
Her cookies did not taste like pussy. I can tell you that.
I would hope not.
It tasted like chocolate chip.
That reminded me of a really awful story. Since you gave kind of an awful story, I think...
Hey, I said it was a cute story. I didn't say it was a happy story.
Okay. It's not really a cute story either. You want to hear something super degenerate?
I don't know what that word means.
Like disgusting and awful?
Sure.
So, me and my ex-wife...
Ew. Boo.
We sometimes were adventurous. Not to say that my wife now is a prude. She's just got emotional damage when it comes to sexual things. But anyway, my ex-wife and I were adventurous, and we used to try various different things. And one holiday, I thought it would be hot to use a candy cane as a toy.
I see where this is going.
It was not hot. It was just kind of slimy, and it was just, tasted like pussy, but candy cane. And it wasn't as good as we thought it was. And then she got like a UTI afterwards.
That is so fucking gross.
Just the look on your face, like, why would you tell this to me?
More so, why would you tell it on the podcast?
Just because I thought it would be a good, interesting story. You know what? This podcast is going to be called Child Stabbing, Black Ops, and Pussy Cane.
probably the worst thing you could ever fucking call it.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna call it that. That'll probably get us super mega raped by YouTube.
Banned even.
Yeah.
Anyways, so quick housekeeping
Yes.
stuff.
Okay.
First of all, we are thinking about going to Spotify.
Yeah.
Or
there are-
not going to Spotify, but uploading to Spotify in parallel of YouTube.
if not specifically Spotify, then just other platforms. I know that there are a myriad of different platforms that are both web-based and app-based that we could try and transfer whole entire episodes over to. Like I know there's like fuck.
I like that one.
Kick! I think you can actually upload videos to Kick. I don't think you have to actually stream there. But if that is the case, then obviously not that. But there are like specific podcast apps and different things, and Spotify is just one of them. We can also do like Apple Music.
Didn't
or...
Spotify make podcasts like a big thing?
Yeah, I think like almost half of their streaming is podcasts.
Which
like
is
maybe 45%, 40%, something like that, yeah.
which would be good for us,
Yeah.
expansion wise.
Aggressive expansion.
And I mean, literally, that's all we've been doing.
Yeah, so that
Aggressive expansion.
that does lead us to another point, is that we're going to take a week off of doing anything except for editing. So that probably won't mean much to you guys. Because
You guys
we
will
have-
not notice a difference. There will be no change in upload. There will be no change in scheduling. The only difference is we are recording ahead of time.
Yeah.
And
we're definitely going to take 1 week. We might take 2, but definitely 1. And that will mean that's mostly just so that we can do a ton of editing, because we Morgan has like 3 or 4 different episodes that he needs to edit, and I still need to do some more of the TikTok stuff, which I have 3 clip highlight videos in the barrel, and I want to do at least 1 more before I start uploading on TikTok, but I do want to get that going as quickly as possible.
yeah. So pretty soon we're going to be on TikTok, maybe Spotify, definitely something. YouTube and Twitch
Yes.
and Twitter, I guess.
Yes. Thank you to our new follower over there on Twitch.
And our new subscribers over here. I do know that we got a few.
Yes. We have 6 as far as we know right now. Which
It
is pretty
should,
fucking cool.
it should be going up to 7
Yeah.
because a friend of mine never did subscribe, even though I told him about it when we first started doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And he a meanie.
Okay. Well, yeah, catch us over on Taboo Couch Potatoes. That is our Twitch. We will be streaming probably Call of Duty with Callum the Sloth here, probably Friday.
Oh, so you didn't want to stream this week?
Yes,
Okay,
Friday
so-
is
And
the
then,
next time we can hang out, yeah.
and then after that, break.
Yes.
Cut.
Because right now, I think this will be paired with the Last of Us video whenever those 2 videos go up. And then after that will be another Call of Duty Online video. Because we got the one already up. Because it's the Minecraft, Wheel of Fortune, and Last of Us, Call of Duty, Last of Us, and then it's going to be another Call of Duty.
I want to talk about the last Call of Duty video real quick. Yeah. There were some issues, not a lot, as you know, but there were some issues with how it was rendered, and I'm pretty sure that I just fucked something up. I did see it. I am aware of it. So, yeah, that's that. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes, you know.
Yeah. So
which is really all you can do.
Yeah, so do check us out over on Twitch. Do check us out over on the Patreon, of course. We're going to be uploading another movie highlights thingy.
Maybe even tonight.
On the Dark Knight. Yeah, just we do have the A-Team video up right now. And then we're going to have the Dark Knight video up soon. And then we're going to do a movie that Morgan wants to watch, probably after our little hiatus.
Yeah.
Which when we come back, that will be the start of season 3. Yay! As if we're doing actual real seasons. But if we were, that would be the start of season 3.
And realistically speaking, it's not because we're already sick of doing YouTube and all
No,
that.
absolutely not. It's just that we have so many little side projects that we want to get going, and editing. Like I said, the TikTok is my side project, and then the gaming episodes and the movie reviews are Morgan's side project that he's going to be doing.
And you've got family issues. I've
that
got
too.
family coming to visit.
Yeah, so this is probably the best time to be doing a little break.
Yeah, it's definitely the best time to take a break.
Yeah.
But you guys more than likely will not notice a difference.
Probably not.
But a big thing for me, and I'm sure you can agree, is complete transparency
Yeah.
in terms of stuff.
Unless something goes horribly, horribly wrong, you guys will not notice a difference.
And if it does, we may just upload like a 30-second video just explaining what we can explain
Yeah.
so that you guys aren't left hanging in the wind with your asses in a diaper. Or whatever that saying is.
What the fuck did you just say to me right now?
I didn't say it to you specifically.
Okay.
But I don't know what that saying is now. It fucking escapes me.
But either way, yeah, thank you to those who have...
Your ass blowing in the wind. That's what it was, not a diaper.
Okay. Thank you all for joining us on whatever platform you do decide to join us on. We do appreciate all the support that we get.
We
And
love you all. You're the best.
It was legitimately exciting and fun to have the one follower over on Twitch the other day on our Last of Us stream, which the VOD for that should still be up by the time this comes out. Maybe. I don't remember how long I set them to be deleted for. But
1 week.
1 week. Okay, so the VOD might not be up, but there should be some sort of VOD up when this goes up. So go check that out. Of course,
We're having a lot of fun doing what we do.
Yes.
Just we need to be able to focus on other things. So.
So yeah, remember to subscribe and like and comment and
Oh, check out the GoFundMe link down below in the
Yes.
description and in the comments. That's a really important thing, at least in my opinion. Go check that out. Donate 50 cents, $1. Doesn't matter. I don't know if you can do. I don't know if there's like a minimum.
I have no idea.
Me neither, but you get the idea. Go check them out. It's a really good cause, in my opinion. And really, it's just a devastating incident all around. And it's infuriating. So, we hope that you all have a good one, and we will talk to you later.
Bye-bye.